Hello, Intro to Ag students. Today what we're going to be doing is a explanation of the popcorn project. Yesterday you were able to have some background information you read through about what was called Morrison Popcorn Company. You'll be given the popcorn on either Wednesday or Thursday depending on how much you guys pay attention today in the video. So what we're going to be giving you is the blanks. The substitute should have paired you up with somebody else in the class, and one person can have this video up on their computer and the other person can have up the notes, or vice versa, or both can have however you want to do it. But we're going to try to fill in the blanks to give you some help. The help will hopefully give you an idea of what I'm looking for and some ideas that maybe you didn't think about before marketing. Maybe you already did. So either way, let's get started. Morrison Popcorn Company wants a new product, and it wants a value-added product, not just popcorn. So right now they're focused on microwaving popcorn. They want another product. This other product will be sold at Hy-Vee stores, and they want it sold one other way. You guys' job is to come up with another way to market it and just develop what product it is. So, creating a new product. Identifying the four P's. The first one, P, product. I want to skip down to number 2. You're going to make this product. With this product that you make, you already have an initial cost. It was 34 cents per pound that I had to buy this popcorn for this project. So you were given a pound of popcorn, or however many pounds I end up giving you on Wednesday or Thursday. That popcorn cost 34 cents. However much popcorn you use to make your product, then is the cost of what your product's initial costs are. So before we even work into any of the other sides of marketing costs, your first product cost is however much popcorn you put into your product. That weight is your first cost. Now if you only put in, say, an ounce, then that's 1/16 of 34 cents. If you put in 8 ounces, that's 16 cents, because it would be half of the 16 ounces that are in a pound that cost 34 cents. Hopefully you get that blank on number 2A then. Next one, why choose that product? On this little guy here, you need to identify competitor products. You can do this either by going to Hy-Vee, seeing what other products are sold that are not just microwave popcorn. Maybe there's other popcorn products that are sold. I don't know. You can think of other ones. I'm not going to say any right now because then that's the only one you'll think of. I want you to go look and see maybe online. See, looking online what other types of popcorn products are sold. Consumer trends. This one I think I'm going to have to help you out in class, and we'll give you information about consumer trends within the popcorn industry. So skipping 3B, but you should be able to start figuring out 3A. And target audience, we're going to have to give you some information about how to figure out target audience. So number 1, you should be able to figure out on your own. Start figuring that out. Number 2, keep that in mind. Number 3, you can start to do 3A. Place. Hy-Vee is where they're going to sell the product. They're also going to sell it somewhere else. This could be anything from farmers markets, Facebook, internet, other things besides Facebook. Tweet it out. I think it'd be twittering out. I don't know. One of those items could be thinking of, and you guys can go further. Maybe they want to sell it at Walmart, not just Hy-Vee. All of those are kind of options. It's open to you. You just have to figure out another way to sell their product besides just at the Hy-Vee stores. So that's place 1A. You have to come up with a description of how you got there. So how do you do it? Do you design a website? Do you design a Facebook page? Likes? I don't know. But the place, you got to figure out a actual place where to sell it besides Hy-Vee. Promotion. This one you can do the whole thing. You can come up with a name. It can be as creative or green or however you want to come up with it. You can come up with a name. You can be doing that today. So instead of dinking on your cell phone, think of a name. Target audience, I want to come back to that one. Number 3, slogan. You have to come up with a package. Whatever item you make, you have to make a package. That package can be however you want to make it, but it has to be an actual package to hold your material. It needs an original logo, because this is a new product line for Morrison Company, and they don't want to use the balloons that they've had in the past. They want to use a new product logo for the specific product. Advertise. You need to come up with a way to advertise. Radio costs money. TV costs money. Papers cost money. Magazines cost money. Everything costs money that you're going to be doing. You need to come up with an idea of how much that is going to cost and if it's worth it to you or not. Maybe you know of a different route to come up with it, but usually you have to think of something that costs money with a promotion. That would be letter D. Starting to fill in what other ways could you do it that could advertise your product. Price. Letter 1A, you've already looked into. That's what I told you. 34 cents per pound, however much you use your popcorn, is how much you got to put there. After that, if you add sugar, that costs money. If you add brown sugar, that costs money. If you add salt, that costs money. Butter, chicken, turkey, dirt, whatever you put into it costs money. Next thing it costs money is to ship it. So if you're going to drive it to a farmer's market this summer, that costs money. Morrison Company was located in Clearwater, Nebraska. Packaging. Printing at the library is not free. So if you're going to do a color printing, that costs money. If you're going to do paper, that costs money. Unless you come up with a creative way of how to get your paper, and stealing it from the school is not a creative way. That is an illegal way. So you need to come up with a cost of how much it's going to be to get your labels. Energy. All of your energy costs money, so however long it takes to make your product costs some sort of an energy input. Time. Are you going to value your time? Nebraska just increased their wage to $7 or something, $7, $8 an hour. I don't remember what it was an hour, but they increased it that. Are you going to value your time? Internet. If you use the internet is not free unless you go specifically to some place that it is free. And that would be very difficult to manage because those places have hours. Paid advertising also comes into there. So, those are your 4 P's. You can get started on identifying what you're going to do for those 4 P's. I would say start today with the product. Get your product done. If you actually worked on Tuesday and did something instead of just dinking on your cell phones, then you were able to get a product going, and then move on. Get on to promotion. Start thinking about giving your product a name, giving your product a slogan or original logo, something in there, figuring out how you're going to advertise it. Don't know what you're going to specifically do. This is up to you. What I'm going to tell you is if you scroll all the way down in your little sheet to number 3, you're going to have to come up with a presentation. So, because it's what people like, is not a reason. If you're advertising because it's what people like, is not going to be a very good presentation point. You need to come up with an idea of how you are going to market it with a justification. We're going to help you out a little bit on target audience and some of these informations about the costs of advertising and whether or not you can get around items and number of consumers that you can get to. Other thing that I'd say you probably can't really get to today is price of everything, because you haven't really made your product yet, but you can start to think through it. I would say your promotion and your product is what you can get done today. You can then start to look into starting your presentation. You can start to develop the introduction to it. SWOT analysis. Sorry, I rambled through that one. We're going to talk about what SWOT analysis is in class on probably Thursday or Wednesday. Questions? Good. Seeing no questions, then I'm going to say to proceed on to figuring out your product and start doing your promotion and even maybe thinking about where else you're going to sell it. Alright, that was 9 minutes and 59 seconds. Over.